He's the lawyer. Ms. Basayo, is that you, ma'am?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you an attorney that the family has contacted, or do you know the defendant or the defendant's family?
Both. I'm a relative of the family, and the family has contacted me to appear today.
All right. It appears that Ms. Morales, according to the A report, has been suffering some schizophrenic or psychological issues. This was, I find, probable cause for the aggravated battery. Anything you wish the state or I to know? Or Ms.
Yes, Your
Curry?
Honor. The week of July 22nd to July 30th, she was Baker acted at the HCA Aventura Hospital. She was released with a patient care like follow-up plan, and I believe the family found at least some of the pills that were prescribed to her in the trash. So maybe that she was not adhering to that, which caused her to be erratic and violent. They firmly believe that it's just due with the non-compliance of the medication. She is not normally violent. She has no prior criminal history. The victim, I'm with her now. She is, just wants her daughter to come home. What was happening yesterday was an attempt to call psychiatric care. It's a 988 hotline that they've used in the past to get her to the hospital. And because there was such a long wait time, they advised that the family call 911, and were under the impression that 911 would be able to facilitate her getting to the hospital. And when they arrived, they arrested her instead. So that's just the context I wanted to provide the court, that the family had no intention of getting her arrested or charging her with battery or anything like that. They just wanted to get her psychiatric care that she needs.
State?
Before we modify the stay away order, if the victim is there with Ms. Vasallo, perhaps we can hear from her and get her sworn in to testify accordingly.
Yes, she is here. That's Eva Morales. I'm right here with her.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Morales. You speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to speak a little louder.
Oh. Okay, yes, I do.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this court and the answers to my questions will be the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Okay. Are you Aurora Morales' mom?
Yes, I am.
Were you the person that was hit over the head with a glass vase?
Yes, I am.
Did you suffer any injuries?
No, nothing.
Knowing what Ms. Basayo advised the court about the mental health emergency that was happening yesterday, do you know whether there is a psychiatric clinic that she can go to, or what's going to happen if she gets released?
Yes, we're hoping to take her to Aventura Hospital again, so she'd be admitted for continuous care until she comes out better.
How long has she been suffering from the psychological issues?
Well, let's say 3 years in total, yeah, that we know of. Yes.
How old is she?
24.
And when was the onset of the psychiatric issues?
In 2022, was it? Yeah, April 2022. She was afraid of it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she was afraid of medication, so we were giving her natural care.
But the onset of the schizophrenia only happened 3 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. And does she live with you all?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Do you feel that she will be compliant in going with you and the family back to the hospital?
Yes.
State, any questions?
I have no questions at this time.
Ms. Curry?
No, Judge, no question.
Is your client, rational this morning?
Yes, Judge.
Aurora Morales, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Um, are you gonna go to the hospital with your family?
I'd prefer not to, sir. You prefer not.
Well,
In hospital, but I don't want to be under the care of my family.
of your whom?
She's willing to get treatment. I believe one of the issues was that particular hospital. She's willing to go to a different hospital for treatment. Yeah.
What hospital could she go for treatment?
Jackson North?
Have you ever been at Jackson North before?
No, I have not, but I know of their services and I respect them. I think they're very good at what they do. Or actually, yes, I have been, a while ago, when I was younger, around the age of 18. I forgot. I am familiar with the facility.
Um, open to suggestions, Madam Prosecutor and Ms. Curry.
I would ask if you would consider releasing her to pretrial services judge, and then she could go to Jackson North, continue with treatment.
As any condition of release or bond, I'm gonna require the defendant to be immediately evaluated make arrangements to be evaluated. I don't know whether Jackson North or Aventura has the ability to do it immediately, but as soon as she gets released, to make contact for that evaluation to take place and for her to be compliant with all recommendations from the psychiatric doctors that she will be seeing.
Judge, she actually has an appointment scheduled. Looks like August 6th. I received some paperwork from her mom. August 6th at Jackson's Community Mental Health Center. She has an appointment scheduled for a follow-up. And that's from her discharge paperwork, Judge.
Is that correct, Senora Morales?
Sí, it's correct.
I'm gonna re-
You just have her comply with that appointment, Judge, to make sure she goes for that follow-up.
Right. So I will, with regards to bond, Madam Prosecutor,
Yes, Judge. If the court's inclined to do pretrial services, I would defer to the court on that. I would be amenable to a reduced bond here, based on the circumstances. And I would ask the court, if it's inclined to modify the stay away order, to give a thorough explanation to Ms. Morales so she understands what that modified stay away order with her family does mean.
Ms. Aurora,
Yes.
do you are not to have any violent contact with your family.
Okay.
I wish this order had the additional a space for the additional condition that she go to the scheduled appointment.
I understand that, Judge. I think if the court,
Well, let me see what I can amend this. I'm gonna write number 8. Condition. I have added the following: defendant to follow up with all mental health appointments and follow all direction of treatment. Because I don't have any more space to write. So I'm gonna explain it to you, Miss